Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to TEW 2020. We are back with episode
We are
7 of
back
this
with
bad boy,
episode
which I will.
we are
7 of
back
this
with
bad boy,
episode
which I will.
we are back with
I was echoing there because of the stream not being muted. But we are back for episode 7 of TEW 2020. Here comes the money mod, and I am back yet again with Bill.
Hey, how's it going?
We're here to book some more WCW in 2001 if it didn't shut down and was owned by Shane McMahon. So, which is a pretty wild world if that actually was a shoot thing and not a kayfabe thing, but but here we are. Back once again. We are right at the point where we're about to go right into booking our Monday Nitro on week 3 of June 2001.
Although, before we start booking that, I just noticed something in the sidebar.
Yes.
Ishii got released.
Yes.
I wonder if he can work in North America in 2002.
I mean, we could.
Okay, well,
we could ask.
Never mind then. Yeah, well, might as well.
It
He's
doesn't do any harm.
unemployed. He's unemployed, and it would be nice to have a big, tough brawler in our company.
And I did want to do a Japanese town initiative at some point, because that would be pretty cool. Let's try. Oh, sweet. Okay, well, we can send him in a contract now.
Yeah. Let's try.
There we go. Might as well.
He's not the most exciting worker in the world, but he's got a unique look, and we don't really have a lot of brawlers.
I'll give him a couple years. We'll see if he takes the base value. And yeah, as a he's a freelancer. Well, we could just bring him on for a short time and see how he does, and then try to renew it.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, he's not super over, but even in Japan, he's not over.
Well, he's only 25 here, so he's probably not been doing it. He's only been in 4 years now. That's nothing.
Yeah, I thought he was older than that, but yes, no, he's a young boy. I still think it's cool to have him just because he's unique.
Yeah. It still throws me. I'm so used to playing with pictures now. It throws me off going back to the save.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else we should do?
No, I just noticed that when we booted up the stream, and I'm like, we should at least check into that.
Yeah. Here's our current storylines going on. I guess we can look at this real fast. We have the Battle of the Cruiserweight story between Chavo Guerrero Jr., Kid Cash, and Shane Helms that's been going on. Kid Cash just recently entered that after we needed a new number 1 contender, hypothetically, to take on Shane Helms, though Chavo is not quite done yet with the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, I think our last issue was Chavo whining that he wasn't still number 1 contender.
Yeah, something like that. And then we have Booker T and Lance Storm still feuding after Lance wants titles. Booker T addressed Lance Storm was the last thing that happened in this one, so.
Yeah, Booker promised him that he'd get another shot at his title.
He sure did. Stay tuned for more on that. We have the big story going on between Shane McMahon versus Jerry Lawler, where, Jerry Lawler made his debut at Big Bang to kick the commentator. I forget the name of, because, what's his name? He kicked.
The bad one we're not going to use.
Yeah, the bad one. Scott Hudson. Yeah, there it is. Scott Hudson. He kicked Scott Hudson off the desk to debut and commentated for the whole Big Bang. And then on the Monday Nitro in the last episode, the following Nitro after the pay-per-view, we saw Jerry Lawler kicked off commentary by Shane McMahon as Bobby Heenan returned to the company to sit at the desk. And then later in the show, we saw Jerry Lawler question Shane's leadership of the WCW. So that was a pretty big.
I think that was one of our best segments we've produced so far, too, because two of our biggest talkers in there.
Yes. And then we have the first women's storyline going on as we're trying to get a little bit of a division started. And we had Meiko Satomura debut at the Big Bang, where we did the women's invitational match, which Stacy Keibler won. So yeah.
This one's an uphill battle because no one fucking cares about our women.
And I forgot we actually already did this match last week, because I was gonna say we should do it this week, but we don't need to now because we did it last week.
No.
And then another of our big.
Maybe we can put her against Stacy or something. Get a little better match.
I'm trying to save.
Not a good match. It's our women's division, but a better match.
I'm trying to save Stacy for the pay-per-view, so. But we can talk about that.
Or Tori or someone. Just keep her in front. Keep eyes on her because we need to get people actually aware of who Miko is.
Also, if you've for some reason not been watching, we have our eyes set on trying to swipe China from the Fed if we can when the time comes up soon, which is very soon, I believe. Palumbo and O'Hare splitting up is another one of our big stories. We officially last week had Sean O'Hare turn on Chuck Palumbo, and that's gonna lead places to be sure.
Yeah, this was our surprise storyline because it's only happening because it turns out they can't work together as a team.
Absolutely, zero chemistry was the exact term as a tag team.
I didn't even know that was possible to get that bad chemistry before that moment.
So that was
I've been playing this game for a long time and I've never seen that one.
Yeah, that's one of the probably one of the top moments we've had in the series so far is seeing that happen live. And then we have the RVD vs. Extreme storyline, which right now they're not actually at war. They're not having an eternal war yet, but RVD. We've already discussed.
Anyone who's watched ECW back in the day knows how well RVD works with others.
Yeah, so there's we're building up to a big RVD solo run, but right now the Radicals of Extreme are a group. I'll take my flowers for that name, by the way. And that
was brilliant because it's such a 2002 name.
And yeah, I mean, we're not hypothetically we can't just say they're ECW guys, really.
Yeah, we WWE owns that name.
Yeah, so they're the
because they still bought ECW. Yeah. And also, that's exactly the sort of thing a team in 2002 would be named, and I would hate it exactly the same way I do in real life.
Yeah. So last week, the newest developments are the fact that Fader had attacked Tommy Dreamer. When did Fader returned at the pay-per-view, I believe, and attacked Tommy Dreamer. Was that the case? I believe so. And then last week, we had Fader defeat Mikey Whipwreck in a bit of a extended squash situation. Mikey Whipwreck tried, but was not successful at all. But he was saved by what would turn into fellow Radical of Extreme members, as Mikey has been invited into the circle. As he was also a former former co-extreme member of the former company.
Yeah. I don't have mod authorization, so you want to kick the Russian bot out of our chat.
And then we if I can here. No, that's not the button. No, I don't want to pin.
I mean, I told it to fuck off, but I don't think bots actually respond to that.
I'll just block them. That'll work.
That's what I mean. Just block it.
Yeah, that's work. And then so then we also had a sit-down interview between Mike Tenay and Tommy Dreamer at Tommy Dreamer's home because his arm is broken at the moment after the vicious attack from Fader. And by his arm is broken, it's kayfabe technically, but go with it. We're telling a story here, folks. And
yeah, we wouldn't be doing a sit-down interview with him if he was actually injured.
Yeah, exactly. And now we shall advance to start booking this show. That was just a bit of catching people up. This is the actual show we did last week. If you want to take a look, pause and take a look after this. I guess we will point out that Vampiro debuted in the main event to be defeated by Booker T, who was defending his WCW United States title. As we wanted to get Booker T on the show, besides just addressing Lance Storm at the top of the show.
I'm still gun shy from my 1992 save. I see backstage incident lit up, and I'm just convinced something horrible has happened.
Yeah, well, we'll find out soon. Pretty solid rating for last week's show. For anybody who we haven't really mentioned it, but anybody who didn't watch the first episode, our TV deal is with FX. So we couldn't get back on Turner stations, so we're on FX, and maybe we'll work our way up to the big Fox channels eventually. But we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
we might be able to hop back on Turner after some time too, because right now they still have contracts with the old ownership.
Yeah. So we shall see. Absent workers. The Wall is still in rehab, and Scott Hall is out injured.
Hall's
with
injured.
Segments.
Yeah, and he'll be back the week before a pay-per-view, so that really doesn't matter.
Yeah. And we have.
We didn't plan on using him before then.
Instant.
Oh, this is probably either Wrestler's Court or a mentorship thing.
It's definitely got to be Wrestler's Court because Buff's been doing this for a while at this point. Yeah. Buff Bagwell was brought before the Wrestler's Court, accused of failing to pick up his share of the tab at the bar. The judge, Aaron Anderson, found him guilty and sentenced him to buy drinks for everyone after the show. Buff Bagwell has the troublemaker personality and currently has no morale. And the incident has a small positive impact on Buff Bagwell.
You know, despite Wrestler's Court constantly having positive impacts on Buff, he seems to end up in it every week.
Well, that's very Buff Bagwell in 2001.
Yeah, no, Buff's an asshole. It's to be expected, but
him and Lex Luger in the dying months of the company had a fucking fit because they had to put younger guys over and acted like babies. So, I mean,
yeah, honestly, Buff's behaving well for us.
yeah. Where do we want to go this week? Where did we go last week? I don't even remember. Oh, we went here last week, the Mid-Atlantic. So,
Yeah.
my whole thing was with I want to go to Texas in air quotes for the pay-per-view next for the Great American Bash because I want to do the Texas street fight between good old Vader and
Yeah,
Terry
so
Funk
stay out of the Southwest until then.
Yeah, maybe we'll go Mid-South this week. Something like
Mid-South. We've got 3 weeks till the pay-per-view, right? Yeah. So Mid-South, then California, then Texas?
Yeah.
I don't think we've run California yet.
Let's see. California would be...
Oh, we don't want to do Mid-South this week. This is Texas.
Oh, this is...
We don't want to run Texas twice in like a month.
Oh, yeah, this is Texas. Okay. I was thinking Southwest for Texas. But
so was I.
Southwest
I'm surprised.
California.
Yeah, so maybe Southwest next week and Northwest this week?
Yeah, let's go Northwest and then Southwest and then
like Portland and then kayfabe Portland and then Los Angeles or something and down to Texas for the pay-per-view.
3 weeks left. Maybe we go
I'm not sure. I think it
should be because the last one we did was the first show back, so it should still be 3 weeks. So maybe we should do Southeast.
Maybe Chicago this week then.
Or yeah, we could do Midwest, then Northwest, then Southwest.
Because we've been concentrating on the East Coast so far, mostly.
Yeah. Have we been here yet? We did go here at one point. Well, let's see what's going on. We can get 4,500 people. Well, there's a 4,300 right there. Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Let's see what else is here just to be safe.
It worked for AEW this week. I think they were in Missouri.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go. Black River Coliseum.
Oh, no, they were in Michigan.
Okay, so what are we running on this bad boy? So we need to get to Fader versus Terry Funk is one of our big fins to do. Lance Storm versus Booker. We got to get our kinks worked out for that and how we're getting there again. And then the other match that I have written down right now for Great American Bash, there's 3 I have. I said 2 there. And then the other one is Shane McMahon versus Jerry Lawler. That's what I have laid out so far.
Do we want Jerry to wrestle before he takes on Shane?
Oh, I was calling it a Texas Death Match is what I was calling it.
Because I'm thinking we do that entirely through promos and the build. Jerry's already transitioned to largely being a commentator by this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a lot of trolling going
So, so we don't want him actually in the ring. So that'll be a promo.
And we were gonna run like...
Shane doesn't wrestle unless he absolutely has to because he owns the company.
Yeah, exactly. And we're gonna
so no matches in that one.
And we're gonna run that for like 2 months at least or something. Because we're gonna put Lawler over the first time and then have Shane actually get the win back.
We should do something with the women's division this week because we did nothing last week.
Well, we did something, but it didn't.
No, I don't. That wasn't last week. Our show didn't have the 19 on it last week. I'm pretty sure that was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we did nothing with the women last week.
Are we further than I'm thinking we are? Maybe we
might
have
be
2 weeks left.
Yeah, we only have 2 weeks left. This is week 2. Because it was week 1 that we had the women's match.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, so... Yeah, because our pay-per-views are on the last week of the month, aren't they?
They are.
So that would make sense. Okay, well then let's go to California, then California, then
Northwest this week, then California next week.
Yeah, Northwest.
Because our shows are on Monday, so we don't need to do the thing of them being in the same location as the pay-per-view.
Yeah, Northwest.
Before.
We'll go Northwest and so.
We can draw 4,200, so we might have to.
Why am I forgetting that we did a whole week? We're gonna have to go to a generic venue.
We're gonna have to generate a venue because none of these venues are remotely good.
Yeah. We'll just pretend we're in Oregon and shout out.
Yeah, we're running Portland. Maybe we can get him for a show.
No local.
Have Vader just murder him.
Oregon's still dead because of the whole commission stuff.
That's true. We're probably actually in Washington, realistically, because I don't think we can legally run in Portland right now.
Probably not. It went on for a long time. So we're talking about running. We had Jerry confront Shane in his office last week. Maybe Shane's the one that should do the talking this week and bring it to the ring.
Shane cuts a promo, and then Jerry fucks up something that Shane had going on, like some match that we want to have inconclusive finish to. Jerry fucks it up because he's mad at Shane, and Shane's not giving him what he wants.
Yeah, and then
so he starts breaking. So he starts breaking stuff to make sure that Shane has to listen to him.
So maybe we'll. Okay, let's start with a Shane. Is Jerry gonna be off screen for the first Shane promo?
Yeah, Shane just cuts it on him. It'll be like Shane talking to the camera. Because we can't just do Shane and Jerry going back and forth every week. That gets boring.
Yeah, it does. Overness. How long should this go?
Give it 5 minutes. 6 minutes. Shane's a good talker. And I'm still not sure if it's 5 or 6 minutes that triggers the stat increase.
I would think it would be 5 just because that's default.
I thought it was 5, but then I've also seen claims of 6. But I usually work with 5 because it's the default, and I assume they wouldn't default it to below stat increases.
So we got that.
And that should be early in the show because that'll get Jerry mad so that he messes up something later in the show.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I guess this is...
We might actually do... That actually might be our opening segment, like...
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Cold open before the intro. We cut to Shane's office and Shane cuts the promo.
And...
Not that the intro actually gets a spot on the show, or on the card, but... Kayfabe, this is our cold open, is Shane responding to Jerry.
I'm thinking... Now that I realize...
What do we want Jerry to break?
I think we come back to that just because I don't know.
Okay.
Let's get our women's match on the card. Something
Yeah.
just for some eye candy.
Yeah, really, this is just to get people familiar with.
Meiko Satomura.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna be one of our top.
She's gonna be close to our top, and we need to have her having better than 16 popularity.
Yeah.
Although that's gonna be really tough because there's no good women to steal it from.
Yeah.
We might need to ally her with a guy for a while so that she can leech some of his popularity. Maybe she hangs out with the young dragons.
Yeah, that actually could be something. Fairy of the time.
Yeah. I'm leaning into early 2000s racism where all Asians know each other.
Yeah. We could put her up against Tori this week.
Yeah, let's do Tori. Tori's got 10 popularity on her, so when she beats her, she'll hopefully steal some of that.
Because I was kind of thinking of the people we're not trying to debut and push and whatever, like of the people that were already in WCW, that Stacy should be the last one she beats.
Yeah, Stacy's popular. I was just throwing Stacy out as a name because really none of our women are very over right now.
Sure. And this will be a quick 10-minute eye candy.
Yeah, we don't want this to go long. People aren't going to like it. Eye candy has a chance of saving it a bit.
Yeah. Well, I think they both got good stats for... Tori should definitely have the sex appeal yet in 85.
Yeah.
I'm sure Mike is still...
Tori alone should carry it, but the problem is she still only has 25 pop. Even on eye candy, we're not going to get above a 30.
Yeah, true. It's probably the best we can do, though. So we'll put that up.
Yeah, this is the best it can be, but it's not going to be good. We're not going to have a good women's match until we can maybe steal China.
Yeah.
And even then, we're going to be in a tough place because China is so much better than any of our women.
Yeah.
We really need a second person at China's level. But there's no way we get one in 92 or in 2002. Like, there is no one.
So...
Chris Stratus, Lita, WWE's not letting either of them go.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And they're like the only North American top women stars I can think of.
And neither of them are even at their best yet at this point.
No, but they were already pretty over.
Yeah. So
it's a bad time for women's wrestling.
It definitely is. It's still mostly just bra and panties and mud battles and shit.
I'll book eye candy. I'm not booking that.
Yeah.
Unless there's a storyline reason for it where it's like subverting the expectations of women's wrestling.
Yeah, it's the
Because I have used them as a storyline attacking that sort of booking in the past, but outside of that, I'm not booking that shit.
It's the 1989 Great American Bash tuxedo match of...
Oh. That reminds me, I saw someone post on a fantasy booking site I followed that they accidentally misclicked and booked Nick Gage versus Minoru Suzuki in an eye candy match.
I'm sure that
they were going for a death match and they misclicked and hit eye candy.
That's incredible.
And I'm like, I kind of wanted to see that now just because it sounds like such a disaster that it would be hilarious.
Oh, shit. Well, let's go back to the issue of what Jerry Lawler is going to screw up.
Yeah, so, what do we want to say? If this might be our excuse to have Lance and Booker in the ring before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, this is the second last week before. We still have to do our contract signing where Lance.
That's go home though.
That should be next week.
Yeah, that's the go home show.
They could just be.
But what it?
They could have an aggressive standoff. And
yeah, I don't think we'll be able to do a non-finish with them. There's just not enough time.
I guess they could be having an aggressive standoff and then Lawler.
Yeah. We can do the non-finish with Chavo in the cruiserweights.
I guess we could, yeah.
Because we haven't managed to work Chavo into the three-way yet. So what if Chavo has what if he and our other Kid Cash have an number one contenders match, and then Jerry disrupts the number one contenders match, so there's no finish, and that's why it's a triple threat at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, Chavo has more legs to stand on for being screwed over and whatever. So Shane makes him shut up by putting him in the match.
Yeah, because neither one of them lost the match, so they're both number one contender.
Let's do that.
And plus, that would give us like a 20-minute match that would actually be really good.
Yeah. Kid Cash. Solid psychology.
And it gets the cruiserweights off the first match of the show, which is good. Because ideally, I want to get them up around the semi-main spot.
Do you want to go full 20? Let them cook?
Yeah, fuck. This'll be a good match.
What do we set this to? Just regular storytelling?
We're going long, so we don't want to do high spots. Because they'll gas themselves. But we could probably go steal the show.
I was thinking we could try that. Steal the show, it's going to be a draw.
Because steal the show has no requirements. It just means that they tried to put on the best match possible.
It just puts the all-out match note on. They try to go for it.
Yeah.
So...
we want, double DQ finish.
Double DQ. And...
because Jerry gets them both disqualified.
should we have him distracting them both?
I'd have him interfere.
Interview on them both?
Yeah, because they're not going to get disqualified if he's just being a distraction.
True, that would be more of a count-out situation.
Yeah, like he comes out and he hits them both with something. And then they both get disqualified because, who do you punish? Jerry hits both of them.
We'll make sure this...
yeah, it should advance, but let's make sure.
Okay. Let him cook. Okay, apparently Kid Cash can't work for 20 minutes. Who would have... oh, Chavo can't either. That's
Give
right.
him 15 then.
Nobody has stamina in this fucking mod. That's right. No, there we go.
I mean, realistically, 15 is more realistic to,
7 minutes.
stick it above the women's match.
WCW in 2009.
True, stick it above the women.
I thought you wanted...
we want this
oh, you wanted away from them.
No. Jerry or Shane opens. We want this up near the top.
Fair enough. And then... I guess we need... are we doing a segment after with Jerry?
Do you think we need one, or can we just have it go into next week?
We could just have it go in next week.
The commentators can put across that this is because he's mad at Shane.
Yeah. Yeah, let's let it breathe.
Yeah, we don't want to clutter our entire show at one angle. We need to do stuff with Eric, too. Because we need to set up the debut of Scott Hall.
Yeah, and we didn't really do anything.
Because next week Scott Hall shows up. So this week Eric needs to tease that he's got his big surprise for next week.
We were gonna pop Scott on the pay-per-view though.
Scott, oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't have his match until the pay-per-view.
Well, we're gonna.
Or he doesn't have a match on the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
he just shows up.
Have him show up, then his first match will be at a Bash at the Beach.
Yeah, so.
Or whatever. Because I think...
then we don't really need to do anything with Eric this week. Maybe we can just advance that storyline with Chuck and...
yeah, we could focus on that this week and then have Eric be a TZ little cunt next week.
Yeah. We can affiliate Eric with them this week.
Yeah. I mean,
because we don't want to clump that too much stuff around any one person on one show. So if we get Eric affiliated with Sean this week, we can then next week he can tease that he's got a big surprise for the pay-per-view.
We could have Eric hyping Sean up and telling him that he has to show the world that Palumbo was holding him back or whatever.
Yeah, and then at the pay-per-view, Scott comes out and like interferes in the match, and that's how we reveal Scott. Feels weird having Scott debut in a Chuck Palumbo match, but that's probably what we do is have him come out and attack Palumbo. Yeah, have him come out and attack Palumbo, and then that's how Stasiak gets to win. Because Palumbo's turning out to be the next big thing too, so we kind of want to keep him hot and protect him a bit.
Yeah. Well, and they could cut a short little promo after.
Yeah, and then we can cut a promo after where we set up that Scott Hall's going after the winner of or after the world champion, because it'll be revealed by then that Booker's not defending the world championship this pay-per-view. So
yeah. Okay.
We could then have Scott go after Booker next pay-per-view.
Eric.
If we want to jump right into that, or if not, we can just talk up Scott and do a tune-up match before he goes into Booker.
Yeah, we weren't going to go right into it, but we were... Because I think we were going to do... we wanted to have Booker, like, have the title for a little while, like 6 months or something. So...
Yeah, so...
Scott's winning sometime between, like, Halloween Havoc to Starrcade period, I think, was the rough idea.
Let's pencil him in for Starrcade. That's a big show. It's a good place to have a title change.
Yeah, that's what I've had in the back of my mind. But so, which is still a ways away because we're in June. That's why I said between Halloween Havoc to Starrcade, because it kind of depends on how stuff goes. But
yeah.
I was thinking we have, at some point...
Scott doesn't have to win his first try either. Like, no. He could lose, and then Eric uses his power to get, like, a steel cage match or so where Scott actually wins.
Yeah, well, that's what we were going to do, too, because we wanted to do Scott versus Shane for him to get another match at some point.
Yeah,
so we could go into the first match right
So away. Great American Bash, Scott has a tune-up match. Then next pay-per-view, Scott takes Booker and loses. Then Scott versus Shane. And then we do Scott Booker 2 at with a stipulation at Starrcade.
Yeah. So, okay, this one's Great American Bash. Since Bash the Beach will be his tune-up. Blah, blah, blah. And then the pay-per-view after Bash the Beach, whatever that is, will be the first one.
Yeah.
Which... have to check after. Okay. Anyways, let's get this segment booked. This is Eric.
So we give... Yeah, so we'll have Sean have a match, and then Eric can talk him up afterwards. So.
Okay, well, I'll book the segment first since we're here, and then we'll book the match.
Yeah.
So, entertainment or microphone for Eric?
I think Eric can pull off No, give him mic.
Okay.
Actually, no, entertainment. He can pull off entertainment.
You should be able to.
I use mic mostly for announcers. Sean
just gonna be on overness?
Fuck, he's not over. He's gonna be there. Put him on entertainment.
Okay. And we'll have Chuck Palumbo off screen.
And he goes on overness because he's off screen. The problem is if we do even 5 minutes with Sean on screen, we'll get penalized because it's too long for his overness. It works off screen, but when they're on screen, overness only works for like a minute.
Yeah, that's true. That's why we can't do it. Well, Easy E hypes up. Hypes up O'Hare. Ta-da. We'll put this... Do you want this before the cruiserweights or after?
Let's do it before. I'm thinking cruiserweights with the... I almost want the cruiserweights to be the main event because of the Jerry Lawler stuff, but I don't think they have the overness to carry the main event, so I'd put it as the semi-main.
Yeah, that's... Yeah. I think that's good. I think we probably. By the way, how's our TV title tournament going? We forgot that we had that going on too. So I think we were going for that the finals is going to take place the Nitro after Great American Bash.
Yeah, but we're not going to do anything with it on the Great American Bash.
No. Which would mean we have
So we do one
week,
match this week, one match next week.
Perfect.
Or both matches this week, but that's an awful long gap.
We still need to
so what if we...
stuff, so I'm thinking 1-1.
Yeah, what if we do Lance Sabu now, and then that'll free up Lance to focus on Booker T next week into pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. We'll do that after.
Because I don't want to do Lance in a TV title match right before the pay-per-view when he's supposed to be focused on Booker.
That's why I said we're going to do it the finals will be the Nitro after. So
but if we don't book it tonight, he's going to have that match next week, and then he won't have any time to pay attention to Booker unless we make it like the Lance Storm show.
Yeah. So let's get this match out of the way. Lance Storm set.
Given that his gimmick is being boring as fuck, that's probably not a good idea.
Okay. We'll book this now. I guess this can just be storytelling.
Yeah. Or just normal. Normal might be best.
Yeah, we can.
Because I don't know how good Sabu's psychology is.
Good point. I can also just check that. Psychology 5967, not shabby.
That's not good enough to carry a storytelling. Yes, just do regular and maybe give him 15. They're both pretty good workers. Sabu should have the tank for that.
Yeah. And then
that'll let Sabu do hardcore stuff and Lance do technical stuff.
Yeah, I want Lance to get that single leg Boston Crab over. So, oh yeah, I didn't change the time. 15.
Yeah.
There we go. Back to...
Does Sabu submit? Actually, that's good. If he can make Sabu submit, that gets it over.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I want that.
Because we got a guy that taped his fucking bat. We've got a guy who taped his fucking bicep shut and kept wrestling. And taped up a broken jaw. If you can make him submit.
I want... I'm trying to get... I want Lance to be, known as the technical guy that's...
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If you can make Sabu submit, our commentators can put this over.
Oh, definitely. And I think it should open the show in terms of matches opening the show. It won't go before the show.
We'll follow directly after Shane with that. I'll get the crowd hot.
Let's decide who O'Hare's beaten before he talks to her.
Yeah.
So...
I'm sure we have some babyface that we don't care about.
Sean O'Hare. Is Jason Jetta babyface? He is. He's not popular.
Yeah.
Could just do it.
I mean, 5-minute squash because we're trying to get a big guy over.
True, and Jason Jett's a decent size too, so that will look pretty good.
Yeah, it's just, he's got 16 popularity. It's not like he's gonna carry a 10-minute match.
Regular domination, Sean O'Hare.
I'm thinking set it as full on, domination, and then I think you can even set it as a squash.
Oh, burial. I guess you can. I guess that would be the.
No, we don't.
No, that's not the right term.
That's not the right term. That's to make Jet look like shit. We don't want to do that. We just want to. I think there was a squash setting further down the list.
If there is, I've never used it.
I've never used it either, but I'm pretty sure there is actually one. No, I guess not. It must be just domination.
I just use domination when I'm doing a squash.
I have never booked an actual squash match.
I have. So yeah, that should be good then. Nick Patrick.
Because I don't like squashes for the most part, so I don't book them.
God,
But this is a case where I think it works.
this show's gonna get bad ratings.
Sabu versus Lance will get good ratings. Cash Guerrero will get decent.
Main event too.
Booker. We have Booker.
We do have Booker. We could also give Terry Funk a win before the big death match.
We do both, but
We have 52
Terry's
minutes,
not
we
main
still have
eventing.
time.
Yeah, Terry's not main eventing.
Do we? Excuse me. Do we give Lance a chance to talk after this match, or just let it breathe? And
I think Lance should be focused on the tournament this week, and then he does his talking next week when he signs the deal. We let Booker talk this week. Booker can talk, and then he can have a match.
so should Booker talk?
And we close the show on the Booker match.
So should Booker talk after the Lance match, since it's relevant?
I was thinking have Booker talk right before his match, so that we kind of keep the tournament and the main event stuff separate.
Yeah, so he can talk after the cruiserweights and then go right into his match then.
Yeah, he comes out, he cuts his promo, he tells Lance that they can sign the contract for the pay-per-view next week, so that we set up the contract signing.
Yeah, perfect. Entertainment or microphone?
I always go entertainment for workers.
Okay.
It pulls on more stats than microphone does, because microphone just looks at their microphone stat. Entertainment is kind of a cheat code with this.
It is.
If you just book 90% of segments on entertainment, you almost always get better ratings than if you use specific stats.
Yeah, true. How long's it going?
Just keep it to 5 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. And while we're on Booker, we might as well decide who he's facing in the main event.
Who will give him a good match?
Do we want him to defend the world title now, since he won't be at the pay-per-view?
Yeah, let's give him a world title.
And let's make this.
We can use one of the. Yeah, we can use one of the stars we brought in that we don't really have anything for. And we can make it look like this is the same title that he'll be defending, but obviously without saying it.
Who in the hell?
I want to say Vader, but we don't want to use Vader because we want him to look like a beast. A loss will destroy that.
If we just want a good match, I mean, I know we started booking him strong, but we had a storyline purpose for it. We could pop Curt Hennig here.
I was thinking Curt, because we need a really good match here.
So
he's got warm momentum too. He can eat a loss.
Yeah, he can eat. I mean, he lost to a former Road Dogg, but that's okay.
Yeah, losing to the world champion is a lot better than losing to Road Dogg.
That's true. Any day of the week. How long should these guys go? Just 15?
Curt can do it. I'd almost give him 20.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. This could be
make it storytelling.
This could be a really good match.
Make it storytelling so we can protect Curt because he's getting older.
Yeah.
And they definitely have psychology enough to do a storytelling.
Yeah. I don't think we need to set anything else here. There we go. That should be good. I want Little Nate to be reffing this just cause.
Mark.
This will be for the World Heavyweight Championship. I know the United States.
Actually, Little Nate should ref the World.
Okay. We have 25 more minutes.
And that should give us a good mark. A good main event should give us at least a decent show.
Yeah. Because we can do some bullshit in the middle as long as we have...
We've got bullshit in the middle.
As long as we have some decent starts.
Yeah, we've got a Torrie Wilson match And Sean O'Hare squashing some fool.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was worried. That's why I was like, we need a good main event.
Yeah.
Um, we got to do something with Terry. I think we have. I think we let Terry.
Yeah, we give
talk.
Terry a match. Terry can have a 10-15 minute match.
Should he?
Just another good match.
Should we do a match and then he talks? He just cuts a promo on Vader, rips into him.
I like that. Rips Vader a new one over injuring Tommy.
Exactly. And then they can fully set up the death match next week.
Yeah, next week Vader can just murder Mikey Whipwreck to set it up.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why I hit
And
Angle
then
first, but let's go to match.
It doesn't matter. Book Angle first, match first. Either way, we're booking both of them.
So, Terry Funk, who has cooled momentum, but we'll try to pull that back for him. And who the hell is Terry Funk facing?
Same prerogative as with
Terry Funk has
Booker. We just want a really good match.
Yeah. His best is hardcore at this point, but his
but if we do normal, it doesn't matter.
That's true.
We could throw him in with Zabisco.
That's pretty valid, I suppose. If Zabisco's over, he is working heel. They've both got great psychology. That might work enough. We can try that. I'm willing to go with it. Do we dare?
I mean, it's better than sticking him in with Kiwi.
Do we dare give them 15 minutes?
I think we keep it to 10 if we want them to talk.
Fair. So, we gotta have... Uh-oh, it did the glitch thing. Okay.
I have concerns about Sabisco being able to go 15 too.
Yeah, that's what I was... I'm not worried about Terry. I'm worried about Larry.
No, Terry is insane.
I'm worried about Larry.
We could probably put Terry in for an hour in 2002 and he'd do it.
I'm worried about Larry AWA heel Sabisco.
Yeah.
We even moved the show from Minneapolis and we're still booking him, so... Okay, Terry's going over. That's about all we
I just like the idea of like the legend square off. I like the story for it. Like for a single episode story, that's actually a good one.
I kind of think we put this in between the two shitty matches.
That's what I was going to say. Put it after the women. Tried to break things up a bit. Because this should be at least decent.
Yeah.
And even if it's not great, Terry on the mic will be.
We have 13 minutes left. Are we going to use all that on Terry?
No, don't give Terry a 15-minute promo.
How
We
long
can
do
put
you
a
want?
10-minute... 13's our minimum, right?
Yes. So we have 5 more
So we
minutes.
could do a 10-minute match
We could.
after. So what if we give Terry...
By the way,
like,
we also haven't booked our tag champions since they won them, so we could also just give them a promo.
Yeah, just... or a match. I mean, do we really want to give them a promo? They're not exactly charismatic promos.
Ooh, what a rush, brother. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll have...
Let's give Terry 5 and then a 10-minute... Or we could do like 8 and 8, like 8 minutes for Terry Funk's promo, 8-minute just Legion of Doom beating someone.
They could beat the Young Dragons.
Yeah.
Let's do 7 and 8. Split it up for 15 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking.
Yeah, because I like having Terry talk longer. Mostly because I want to listen to Terry talk.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do 8 and 7. Give Terry the extra minute.
Yeah, and it benefits Legion of Doom to have them lose or win quick.
Put this right here. Where the hell is this tag match gonna go? I guess it could go Wait, how's our stat? We are at 679%. I guess technically we need 5 more minutes minimum, so we could do a 10-minute or something, whatever. I don't know, or we'll just do the
Yeah.
7 minutes that I just said. I don't care.
I like 7. It's Legion of Doom. They don't go long. At least not if you want it to be good.
Adding the match is gonna cut it close on whether we get penalized or not, so we'll have to see. That's why we're saying we could do another angle, but let's try the match. 2v2. Getting our tag champions on the fucking show. This is crazy. Road Warrior Animal, Road Warrior Hulk. They can just fuck up the Young Dragons. Jimmy Yang.
I feel bad doing this to Jimmy Yang, but
I do too, but kinda...
let's be honest, in 2002, Jimmy Yang was not ever becoming a main eventer.
Jimmy, what the hell is the other guy's name? Kaz Hayashi, there it is. Fuck.
Yeah.
I could not remember for the life of me.
It's the other Asian guy. It's the 2002 WCW. It's the other Asian guy.
This might as well be a title defense, right? Might as well be.
I don't know if we can argue that the Young Dragons get a title shot. This might be just feeding the Road Warriors before the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I guess it could be. We don't even have a pay-per-view match set up for them, but we kind of need...
No, but they're going to be on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
We don't leave the title off the pay-per-view.
I forget who our tag teams are. It doesn't matter right now. I'll get this.
That's because we have no good ones.
Pretty much.
We have no good tag teams.
We'll let Animal get the win because he's the more behaved one. You know what? I'm making sure Kaz Hayashi eats the pin too because I love me some Jimmy Yang. So there we go. Okay. Yeah, I know. I want to see who our teams are. Who were we? We were given a little bit of momentum to somebody. It was either 3.
Palumbo and the Hair are still show as a team. We'll have to split them up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can just do this right now. There we go.
I think on the pay-per-view we do Rock and Roll Express. Or Rotunda and Wyndham. Those are like the only teams we can really justify getting tag shots right now.
I'd rather do Rotunda and Wyndham out of those two.
We'll do it. I mean, I think we have at some point we have Road Warriors go through both of them.
Yeah. We haven't actually debuted Rock and Roll yet, is my thinking.
Yeah, so we do Rotunda and Wyndham on the pay-per-view.
We could have Rock and Roll debut at the pay-per-view or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Rotunda and Wyndham and then Rock and Roll debut.
Yeah.
Or we debut Rock and Roll on the Nitro afterwards.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, wrestling companies love to debut people on the free TV episode after rather than the paid thing before.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd feel better if I spent $20 and then, hey, surprise Rock and Roll, and we got in under the bar.
We did. So that's perfect. So
I'm surprised because I thought the cutoff was 80.
No, it's 15% in between. So
oh, it's 15?
Yeah. I was just...
Yeah, then we were fine.
We were fine. I was just being cautious.
I've always worked with it being 10, but...
It depends. If it's a... I think it's 10% if it's an event, maybe. And it's 15 on a TV show.
Yeah, but events are more wrestling focused in the first place. So I think if they went up to like a full 15% on an event, you'd be like 100% wrestling.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess let's just run this, unless we want the first pre-show matches.
Do we want to give AJ a pre-show match? I don't think
thinking.
It would really... I don't think he'll really benefit from it because I don't think the popularity moves on pre-show. It's mostly just for testing who works well together.
Yeah, it only moves... It maybe moves up a point or two if you continuously use them on it. Like, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think the benefit's there.
We don't have to. It's fine.
We're going to have to force AJ onto the actual show if we want to get him more popular.
he's been swimming and not sinking when we've used him, so it's just we haven't been using him.
No, it's just because we have so much stuff we need to do for that pay-per-view. That's what I meant by force him onto the show. It's just tough squeezing him in.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's just run the show then.
Yeah.
Live.
Oh, wait, move the Young Dragons match.
Oh, shit. Good. Thank God you noticed that. Where are we putting this?
Let's stick it after Eric's promo.
That's what I was thinking. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now let's run it. Save that. And we shall go.
It wouldn't have made a difference, but kayfabe-wise, I like it better this way.
Yeah. And it probably would make a difference because the Shane promo should do better. Anyways, live from Washington is WCW Monday Nitro. Oh my God, that's a good start. Shane McMahon cutting this promo on Jerry Lawler. Let's go. Shane doesn't understand what Jerry's issue is with him and all this stuff about not having leadership to carry this company and blah, blah, blah. So
maybe we should have put one of our shitty matches next. We're running into a good match because I thought that would be necessary to heat up the crowd.
I don't know. We'll see. Sabu and Lance Storm don't click at all, but they still get a 54, so I'm okay
That was probably because of Shane.
So maybe it was for the best then. Shane and Lance Storm's effort as a wrestler. Yeah, TV Title Tournament continues. That was a semi-final match, by the way, so pretty important. And Sabu tapped out incredibly. Lance Storm made Sabu tap out with a single leg Boston Crab. What a deadly maneuver. Michael Satomura defeated Tori Wilson with a scissors kick.
That did about as well as I expected, and Maiko almost got a 40. So that's actually...
Maiko's great.
And Tori was off her game. This actually went really well.
Yeah, no, it did. And actually, the storyline gained heat, too, so...
Well, yeah, because we had a 19 last time we finished the storyline.
Small detail. Shit.
But no, I'm actually really happy with this. This did better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
It also gave the crowd a breather, which will really benefit us.
I mean, we kind of have to invest in Maiko a bit, so it's going to be pushing through some shit.
Yeah, it's just really tough because he got a better rating than Tori Wilson despite having Tori having 10 points on her. That's huge. She must have good sex appeal because this was an eye candy.
Maiko had a 60 and Tori had
an
85.
Wow, and she blew Tori out of the water.
Yeah.
Maiko's definitely the one to invest in.
I've been telling you, so we have to invest in Maiko.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. Just because she was a Josie, so she actually knows how to wrestle.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah.
And she already worked
Larry
with
Zbyszko
too, so.
Yeah. Larry Zbyszko and Terry Funk did fine.
Yeah, that's a decent little match. I'll take it. Larry's getting better as a gimmick.
I was hoping for maybe a 47, 48, given that Terry can do a 44 performance on his own, but...
Yeah, but see, we have Larry Zbyszko in the match in 2001, so...
he got a 39, man.
Yeah, he did, but I'm just saying.
The match just didn't perform that well.
I mean, there wasn't any heat to it, so...
Yeah, that hurts it. I think it was I think it did its job of making Terry look good.
You know what? The match did better than the angle. This only got a 41. But Terry...
I'm surprised Terry did that bad on the mic.
Terry has been lowballing us so far in this run.
Yeah.
So it's...
I'm surprised. I would have thought he would have gotten us a 60.
We're kayfabe in the legend right now. Well, his gimmick isn't even that over at the moment, so it's sucky, but we're kind of kayfabe in this. He improvised well, at least, so there's something. Segment lost heat, but it's been a storyline doing alright, so that's okay. And,
it's that storyline, so...
Yeah. Sean O'Hare having a match. Sean O'Hare had a fucking 50 performance. What the fuck?
The issue was Jason Jett.
He benefited from having a hot new move. What?
Sean's actually doing great.
This fucking run is so fucking cracked. The
We're on to something with Sean O'Haire.
WCW fucking
Next star, Sean O'Haire.
the fucking WCW New Blood is going fucking crazy. We're about to have
Next major star, Sean O'Haire.
and Chuck Palumbo's over too. Like he's
I know.
it's crazy.
Clearly, whoever made this mod has never actually watched WCW.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Because normally it's like a charisma off between a bag of flour and a bag of cement with those two.
Yeah. Oh shit. And the fact we actually have good plans for those two as well is something.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. A little bit pulling back on us, so this is good. Gain some heat. Good shit. Of course, Eric Bischoff.
Sean couldn't talk.
What a shock.
What a surprise.
What a shock. It's not 2003 yet, brother.
Eric carried this.
He did. Thank God for Easy. And oh wow, this actually, what the fuck? This did really good too. The Road Warriors can still go.
It's the Road Warriors in a squash match. They're good at those.
Yeah. Oh,
I actually noticed that this didn't do that great. Animal had a 58 and we only got or 56 and we still only got a 53 on the segment.
yeah, well, it did better than I was expecting. I mean, it still counted as a poor match, so, but
Yeah, because we did below one of the performances.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I didn't think this was gonna do well. Mainly because we had a fucked finish. But it's for our story.
Yeah.
We kind of had to eat the lower end of the rating there.
That's why I wanted to keep it out of the main event, because I knew it wouldn't do good.
Yeah. Because, I mean, just looking at the performances, this would have scored higher if not for some of the... I mean, the crowd wasn't in
We got a
favor.
48 from Chavo.
Yeah. I mean, Chavo's been giving us good shit, so that's why he's still in the storyline.
I'm surprised someone putting out 48s is still considered like below crowd investment.
I think it's because Kid Cash isn't over enough, more than anything.
Yeah, but it only needs one person for them to care about. They don't mind if you squash a jobber.
Yeah, but we didn't squash the jobber. This was a 15-minute...
No, but even so, like, they don't mind if they just like Chavo. They'd be fine with watching Chavo wrestle, even if they didn't give a shit about Cash.
Yeah. Well, I guess Chavo's not quite over enough.
No, he must be really close to that threshold.
Must be.
Because he put out a 40. Here we go.
This is what we come to...
We knew this was going to be good.
Let Booker... This is why Booker needs to hold the title for a little bit, because he deserves it.
Yeah. If we can keep Scott Hall sober, I think he can give us similar performances.
True. A real star in the segment. Benefited from having a hot catchphrase, and he's also flavored them off. So he has everything going for him right now. And
I can, in fact, dig it, sucker.
And then in defense number 3 of the WCW World Heavyweight title, Booker T defends his title against Curt Hennig in a 69 rated match. Nice.
I'm disappointed by that since Booker did a 72. And Curt wasn't bad. Like, I think they underperformed this show. And you know what it probably is? It's that we're in the Northwest. We're as far from our home base as we can get.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, yeah.
That's probably why most of our segments underperformed by a few points.
Possibly.
Because performance is an objective thing. But rating is based on how much the audience is invested, and we're as far from our home base as we can be right now.
Yeah, and we only ended up with 3,700. It's one of the weaker points in the country we could probably be in, but I mean...
It was probably, short of Hawaii, this is probably the worst place we could go to in the States.
Yeah, Hawaii or Puerto Rico.
Even Puerto Rico would probably do better than because Puerto Rico is such a hot wrestling area.
Yeah, true. Lost popularity in 9 regions, but gained in 1. So we've had worse shows. 64 rating.
One was probably Northwest.
Yeah, probably.
And we still did a 64.
I wish you could click in to see it, but oh well. Yeah. So, let's finish that
Yeah,
show.
we still did a 64. I'm actually happy to get a 64.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's why it was important for us to have the strong starts and finishes or whatever because of all that. Oh, Lisa Moretti was injured. That is Ivory.
Yes.
She will not miss any dates.
WWF just put China in the new team.
Oh, fuck.
That WWF new team is China. I didn't see who she was with.
China and Lita.
Because you click... Okay.
The insane connection.
Yeah. We're probably not getting China then.
Probably not, but we'll still try.
Oh yeah, we'll try, but it looks like they're investing in her.
Last night's WCW Nitro. Feud back from the feud.
That would actually be a sick team.
It would be. WWF called up Mark Henry from OVW, so there we go.
That's like a decade early.
No, it's only a couple years or maybe a year. I think late 2002 he came back up the route.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I was thinking of my personal save. For some reason, my brain jumped to 92 instead of 2002. Yeah, 2002 is pretty much on time.
Yeah, that's when he was paired with Fedor Long.
Yeah.
So it's a year.
Fonzie retired.
Yeah, that's the next thing. Bill Alfonso retired, 43. Oh, he's only 43, but he looks like he's 73.
Yeah. It's the fact that he has the British dental plan.
And let's check this shit. The bid failed for Tomohiro Ishii. He just didn't want to come for 9 months, so.
I don't think we try for less, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
He's so unpopular right now that we need time to build him. Yeah. If we don't get that, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want to be running a guy with 16 popularity that isn't going to get any better.
He could have been a based opponent for Rob Van Dam eventually, but it's not worth it right now.
Oh yeah, I would have loved to have him for like a year, but 3-6 months, we're just not going to get him popular enough to be worth it.
No, it's not Roddy. It's not Roddy Piper in '92 for my run. It's not worth it. WCW made it to almost 250,000 households, so doing all right. I mean, it's nothing compared to what we used to doing, but you know, we're rebuilding. And then we had a house show at some point, and we will see what happens throughout the week, and then leave off right before. So let's. I had a couple things I wanted to look at. The pay-per-view after Bash the Beach is uncensored. Okay, I was curious. So uncensored, actually, that's a pretty good place to have the first Scott Hall Booker T match, uncensored.
Yeah.
And then what was the other thing I wanted to look at? It was.
We can probably have Terry Funk's triumphant return in something hardcore at uncensored to cash in on the gimmick too.
Yeah.
Because obviously Vader is going to kayfabe hurt Terry Funk.
Great American Bash in 12 days. And what the fuck was I gonna look at? Shortlist is where I wanted to be. Because I wanted to look at China. Which we didn't actually shortlist, or I thought we did. So.
Well, she's easy enough to find in workers. I think she's in under China.
I'll just go this
or just go to WWF. That works too.
How many more days was it? It expires in 41 days. We have to wait. We can go when it's 30 or
11 days. So basically after the pay-per-view we can.
Yeah, and I want to shortlist her. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's WWF Women's Champion too. There's no way we're getting her.
No, we have a lot against us to get her. It pretty much it depends on if the real life heat is fully built in.
Yeah, they're paying her $23,000 a month.
Yeah. I mean, we actually have money though, because
we have money, but what I mean is if they're already paying her that much and putting her in a new team and have her holding the title, they're gonna fight to hold her.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying we do have money and are making money, so we can fight a little bit. We're not gonna go all out or anything for China, but
no. Oh yeah, I'm not saying we don't even try. I'm just hanging on to reality. We might have to ride Miko until WWF does something stupid and fires one of their top women.
Pretty much, my My thing is with some free agents is the worst that happens is you get them paid more.
Yeah.
Which getting wrestlers paid more is never a bad thing in my opinion. We're still number 2.
No, it isn't.
Okay, we can start moving forward. I would mainly want to look at China and the pay-per-view thing. Eddie Clone. Well, let's see what happened on SmackDown, I suppose. Who was the star of the show? The Undertaker. Oh my. Big Evil.
Oh yeah, this is shitty Undertaker.
Yeah, it's American Badass / Big Evil. He was
Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho program. That'll be pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't see what the second storyline was going to be.
Jerry Lawler's getting internet support. Just for fun, we recently ran a poll on our message board users to find out who they thought was the best color commentator in wrestling. Good thing we're using them is that, huh? Thousands of people voted, and we were told that the winner has been declared as Jerry Lawler. To be fair, when we debut Thunder, I would throw Lawler on the Thunder desk. With
yeah, that's probably going to be the outcome of his feud with Shane, is that he gets thrown on Thunder and gets some kayfabe authority over there.
Yeah, I was thinking him and he can be paired with Hudson, and so it can be funny.
Unless we can hire another good commentator.
Yeah.
Maybe TNA will be available if TNA doesn't get off the ground.
We already have TNA.
Yeah, but... Oh yeah, we do. Don West? Bring him in from carpet sales to stick with Jerry Lawler and just say fuck TNA.
We had a house show.
Or Vince gets pissy about something and fires JR again.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Don Harris joins IWA. Damn. We could have had him.
Yes. What a shame we missed him. Didn't they just hire Ron like 2 days ago too?
Probably. I don't fuck. It's IWA. Who gives a fuck?
I think we were making fun of it because they hired Ron and
yeah, because
New Jack on the same day, and it was like they just hired themselves a hate crime.
Yeah, because they hired. Yeah, we did joke about that because we joke. I joked that they hired the worst, nearest twin.
Yeah.
Never house show held. Gotta love that. Makes money. I can't believe I forgot that we did 2 weeks, but the numbers work out because we did the pay-per-view in episode 4 with a Nitro.
Yeah.
Go home or whatever. We did the go home and the pay-per-view in one, so that it added up when I thought about it. NWA Wildside has been shown. The Dogs of War formed. Who was that? Kohei, Shinya Hashimoto, Kohei Sato, and Samoa Joe. That is a pretty base team. Lance Russell is retiring as well. So I guess we're not getting him.
I think I can live without him.
Yeah, he's 74. We don't need him. Oh, Masawa's out injured. Damn. Semi-severed spinal column. It's thought that he will be looking at over a year out of action. Holy shit, that is a big loss for Pro Wrestling Noah.
Yeah, and if they tried to operate on it, they could fucking paralyze him.
They might be in trouble. King of the Ring happened last night. From the World Wrestling Federation
we should check out that card before we log off.
For sure. MVP
I want to see what stupidity they come up with. Because the AI is always good for some laughably asinine matches.
Yeah, let's look at the actual card.
Test claims big win. There we go. We've already got it.
Yeah. Steve Carino signed a one-night only deal VCCW. Back to let's go see what Test won. He won the King of the Ring.
The prize was Stephanie's hand.
Imagine if we look and it was Test beats Triple H.
I would laugh my ass off. I mean, Triple H did have the best performance of the show. It's very possible he was in that.
Let's look
Because
at
the King of the Ring final could have been the main event.
let's look at the Noah show first and see where Misawa got hurt. He got hurt retaining the title against Rob Van
But
Dam
Rob Van Dam.
in a 92.
God damn it, now I feel like it's our fault.
It was for the heavyweight title.
He still beat Rob Van Dam with a semi-severed spinal column.
It was for the heavyweight
In a
title.
92 rated match.
This is a pretty based card, if we're being honest, from what I'm seeing here.
I think they're all right. They're putting out 84 rated shows. I think they're all right.
I mean, Noah was doing pretty good at the time, but I mean, losing Misawa is still huge, no matter.
Oh yeah, it's huge, but I think they're all right if they're putting out 84 rated shows.
Holy fuck, that main event. I'm gonna scroll down because we're gonna go from the
Kurt Angle
yeah. This had an 89 show rating.
Saturn defeats Russ McCullough.
Very Saturn to Rush McCullough.
Haku and Gangrel defeat Chaz and Pete Gas.
They're still around. Let's go.
Val Venus and D'Lo.
The show.
Quick S.A. Rizos.
The show opened with Undertaker and Sultan Kane and then Rain interview. Then we had the Haku and Gangrel tag match. Backstage segment, Eddie Guerrero. Val Venus defeated D'Lo. Backstage segment with Rolling Regal. Quick, who is R-Truth / Ron Killens, defeated S.A. Rios. We had an interview with Kurt Angle after that. Steven Richards. This is during the Right to
This
Censor
must be
time.
Right to Censor because it's Steven, not Stevie.
Yeah. It's Right to Censor time. Defeated Mark Henry, who just got called up, so Mark Henry isn't getting a strong push. Test defeated Crash.
You know what that means, though? That reminds me a bit of the time. That gives us another woman to keep an eye on. Ivory.
Yeah, Yeah.
Ivory's actually good.
Yeah, true. Test defeated Crash Holly in what I assume was a King of the Ring match.
It must have been.
And Val Venus and Kate Quick's matches must have been too, considering they're also booked again.
Same as Stevie and Mark Henry.
Yeah, Steve and Mark Henry.
So he is actually getting a bit of a push because he was thrown into the King of the Ring on his first night.
What a terrible tournament. We had a video package hype in Jerry Lynn versus Spike Dudley, which is
that would have been pretty good.
It's a pretty based match. Jerry Lynn defeated Spike Dudley by DQ. Okay, well, never mind.
Spike does better in matches against big guys too.
Been for the WWE.
Jerry Lynn can't just fling him into the crowd.
It was for the light heavyweight title because that was still a fin at this point. This is when Jerry Lynn had the Reign of Terror with it.
Oh, they actually are having based women's matches.
Backstage thing with Jeff Hardy. Interesting. Ivory and Jazz defeated Jacqueline and Molly Holly. That's pretty sweet.
I would have watched that. I mean, I would have watched the bad ones too, let's be honest. But I would have actually enjoyed that.
I assume the earlier matches were quarterfinals, and then these ones are semifinals, which means Test defeated Steven Richards in the semifinal match, and then Val Venus defeated Kay Quick in a semifinal match. Then we got an interview with Mick Foley, which I don't know what he's doing because this is past when he was the commissioner.
Maybe he was still commissioner in this reality?
Maybe. Or he's not retired anymore. We got a video package hype in Matt Hardy versus Raven versus Billy Gunn, which is the match that happens with Matt Hardy retaining the European title in that triple threat first blood match. That's pretty crazy. I would have expected a hardcore.
How would you do a triple threat first blood match?
It's elimination format.
It must be.
We have a video hype in Rhino versus Taz, an interview with Edge and Christian. We have Rhino defeating Taz to retain the WWF Hardcore title, and that would deserve the.
That's actually a pretty based match.
That really is. That I would actually want to watch that at this time.
Yeah.
Although Taz is kind of shitty at this time, but still, whatever.
That was mostly WWF's booking of him, though.
Mostly. And we got an interview with Vince McMahon. Who knows what that's about. We have Steve Blackman, The Undertaker, and Chris Jericho. What a team. Defeating Rikishi and Right to Censor. I have to assume that Right to Censor is trying to recruit Rikishi here.
Must be.
I just have to.
They want him to wear full pants.
I was gonna say they're trying to make him cover his ass. He came out tonight wearing some those like baggy like the he.
I'm picturing him in the full Right to Censor outfit with the tie and everything, and still doing the Too Cool dance.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, it's hard for him to break old habits, tape to you. Although he was in his heel run at this point, but he's like got the regular top and stuff, but he's got like the baggy like John Cena rapper white pants.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
Instead for the pants. And then we have a video hype and Test versus Val Venus, which is of course the Hell in a is of course the King of the Ring finals, of course.
Why did they put it in a cell?
And yes, they did put it. That's why I started saying Hell in a Cell, because they put it in a cell match as well.
Yeah, it's a Hell in a Cell match to end King of the Ring, because one gimmick just isn't enough.
No,
but Vince Russo's already been fired.
You know what they say? Always add more gimmicks. We have a video hype in China versus Terry Reynolds versus Trish Stratus versus Lita. One of these fans is not like the other.
I can't believe a Terry Reynolds match got a 67.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was because of her.
No, they probably threw her out of the ring in like 2 minutes and just the ones that can actually work went at it.
And China retains the women's title. By the way, that also means that new teammates for the Insane Connection are facing one another in this matchup. We had a backstage segment with Stephanie McMahon Helmsley. Then we had Edge and Christian defeat the APA and Dudley Boys. That's a pretty based match.
That would have been a good match. I'm not surprised it got a 74.
For the World Tag Titles. We had a video hype in Triple H versus Hardcore Holly, which was the next matchup of Triple H defeating Hardcore Holly in an I Quit match. I guess no more Hardcore Holly then for the IC title. I don't know how Hardcore Holly has been getting pushed so hard, but here we are.
I don't know how Triple H had the best performance when Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit put out a 97 match.
That's what I was.
And they used the cell again.
Yeah, they do bring the cell back down. Dun 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 dun. As Kurt Angle.
One of these matches deserves a cell.
Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't involve a porn star.
Yeah. And Kurt Angle defeated Chris Benoit in a Hell in a Cell match to retain the World Heavyweight title.
Actually, I shouldn't say this. This is wasn't this when Val was actually calling himself Sean Morley? And was like not doing the porn star thing?
He was in the Right to Censor group.
Yeah, he was in Right to Censor, and I think he was just going by Sean Morley.
He was going by... He switched his name so much between 01 and 03 that...
Yeah, it's just I think he was in Right to Censor right now, so he was probably actually the heel in that match to Test.
Yeah.
Because this was right after Test's big babyface run where he was in the relationship with Stephanie.
This is right before Test turned heel and joined the Alliance.
Yeah.
He was still.
Why are we trying to figure out the chronology of one of the worst periods of Raw?
He fucking This is
because honestly, that card was better than most of what Raw was putting out at that time.
This was the year that Test faced Eddie at Mania for the European title.
Yeah.
He was. I have to know. Venus.
I don't have to know anything about Val Venus.
I gotta know
Fuck
what
that guy.
Going by. It might have just been Sean Morley, like you're saying. That's what I'm gonna assume right now.
The game thinks he was going by Val Venus, but if the change happened after the save started, it might not have applied in-game.
He might have just been Val Venus, but not the porn star anymore. Because he doesn't become Big Val.
He was definitely right. Yeah, he was definitely in Right to Censor.
Oh, he definitely was, and I'm seeing that here. I'm on the Wikipedia page. They just still call him Venus, though.
Okay, so yeah, he was probably using the Val Venus name then.
Probably.
Oh yeah, it was Sean Morley when he became commissioner.
It's when he became Eric Stooge in 03. When he became the chief of staff.
So he was still Val now.
Because he becomes the Big Falbowski in 02. And then he becomes Sean Morley, chief of staff in 03. When he's Stooge Bischoff.
Yeah, so he's still Val Venus here.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of effort to figure out for such a shitty guy. But I just had to know. I just had to.
That's why I said, why are we putting this much effort into understanding 2002 Raw? I watched 2002 Raw. It wasn't good.
I've seen only parts, and I'm not looking forward to watching the whole shebang.
Let me put it this way. Test is actually probably one of the best choices to win King of the Ring.
I mean, Edge won the actual one, so...
But Edge wasn't a Raw performer at that time. Like, if it was a Raw thing, Test is probably the best choice to win it.
Yeah, true. In 02, he was SmackDown guy, so... Anyways, this has been Here Comes the Money Part 7. We had some fun
We should-
tonight.
Should we tick over one more day? We're only on Sunday.
No, we're on Monday.
Oh, are we? Okay.
Yeah, we're on Monday week 4.
Oh, yes, so we
that's
are.
how we got the pay-per-view results.
Yeah, I was just thinking because the pay-per-view happened on Sunday, but you're right, it doesn't get posted till the next day.
It's been a while since we've got to do any of this booking, but we're glad to return with this episode. And we hopefully will be back soon with the AEW WWE series as well, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I need to get on actually booking Dynamite now that I'm not sick anymore.
Yes, we've had sickness and just busyness and all that's good stuff going on, so that's why we've not gotten one of these out in quite a while now. Anyway, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, leave a like, subscribe, comment if you share, you like to, and if you're watching this on YouTube, go follow us on Twitch where we stream this series live and any other game and stuff that isn't the AEW WWE series. So go follow the Crew 616 account on Twitch. And if you're somehow seeing us on Twitch after the fact, then go follow the YouTube, Route 616 on YouTube. Anyways, we will see you all next time, and peace out.
Have a good one.